everyone, welcome to my channel Spectrum of Chemistry. Today we are going to learn how to write electronic configuration of an atom. But before that, one must know what is electronic configuration. So electronic configuration is the arrangement of electrons around the nucleus of the atom. However, technically it is impossible for us to state precisely where the electrons will be, but electronic configuration tells about the most appropriate guess as to where the electron can be found. In the previous lecture, we have learnt about the quantum numbers, that are principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number and spin quantum number, that are used to write the electronic configuration of an atom. For example, here this one, the main energy level, and according to that main energy level, the azimuthal quantum number has 0 value, and corresponding to that 0 value, this orbital is assigned as small s. This orbital can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. Similarly, the second shell has 2 subshells. In addition to these quantum numbers, to assign the electronic configuration, certain rules are to be followed, that are Aufbau principle, Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity and Pauli's exclusion principle, that we are going to discuss here. In addition to these rules, we are also discuss about the anomalies of electronic configuration of elements of periodic table. Let's start. First, we will discuss about the Pauli's exclusion principle. According to this rule, in an atom, any 2 electrons cannot have the same value of 4 quantum numbers, that is for N, L, Ml and S. So any of the quantum number must be different for 2 electrons in an atom. In other words, it can be stated as any 2 electron in an atom cannot exist in the same quantum state, or an orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons with opposite spin. Let us have an example of p orbital. This p orbital has 3 different values of ml and it has 3 different orientations in space. These 3 different orientations or these orbitals have same energy and therefore these are known as degenerated. These 3 orbitals are represented by this box with 3 sections. The orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons with opposite spin. So here maximum 6 electrons can this p orbital accommodate, and each orbital, that is px or py or pz, can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons with opposite spins. We can understand this with other example of second shell. Here n equals to 2 and corresponding to this n we are having L values 0 and 1. Corresponding to these L values, ML has values 0. This S has only one orientation in a space, therefore it has only one orbital, and that orbital is represented as like this, and this can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. However, corresponding to this L is equal to 1, it is represented by small p, and corresponding to this L value, we are having 3 different ML values, px, py and pz, that is arbitrarily assigned, and each orbital can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons with opposite spin. So here in this case, one more thing which you can see, if we write 4 quantum numbers for any of the electron, then we can see here for s orbital it is 2, 0, 0, plus half. and the second electron have values 2, 0, 0 and minus half. So only change we are having is here. Similarly, for the electrons in p orbital, we are having 2, L is 1, ml is minus 1 and plus half. 2, 1, minus 1 and minus half. For third electron, 2, 1, 0 and plus half. 2, 1, 0 and minus half. So if you can compare here, this has this and this has values different for ml. However, the two adjacent have different values for ms. So no electron will have same quantum numbers for any of the two electrons in an atom. Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. According to this rule, electron pairing in the orbitals of a subshell will not take place until each orbital is filled with single electron. Let us have an example of p orbital. Corresponding to this Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, each orbital will occupy one electron. Only after that the pairing will takes place. Some of the students have confusion while writing this, so this can also be understood like this. This is electron number 1, 2, 3 and then 4 will come over here, 5 will come here and this is the 6. So 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6. This is the way how to fill the electrons. So filling of electron in this d orbital, the first electron will go to the first orbital, then second go to second orbital, third will go to third orbital, fourth will go to fourth orbital and then fifth. Once all these orbitals singly occupied, only after that pairing of electrons will takes place. So the sixth electron will go to the first orbital, similarly 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. So in this way we will fill the electrons. The next is Aufbau principle. According to this principle, in the ground state of polyelectronic atom, the electrons are filled in various subshells in the increasing order of energy. Here the relative order of energy of various subshells of an atom may be given as follow. So in this case, lower is the value of n, but here you can see this fourth shell comes before this 3d orbital. So this n rule is not followed everywhere. Instead of this n plus, as we can see this exception, this 4 and what is the value of s? S is 0. This equals to 4. Here this 3d means 3 plus 2 is 5. So the lower value of n plus will be filled first, then the higher value. You can also ask that here in this case 3p and 4s, the value is 3 plus 1 which is equals to 4 and this 4 plus 0, both are having value 4. So why this 3p filled first instead of 4s? So if we are having same values, then the lower value of n will be filled first. If we are having n plus l different, then the lower value of n plus will be filled first. Similarly, we can see this 4 plus p, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, and for this 6s. So the orbital which will have lower n value will filled first if n plus l has same value for two different orbitals. If that are different, then the lower value of n plus L will be filled first. We can remember the trick. You can draw one circle, then two circles, 3, 4. These are the values of n. So corresponding to n is equal to 1, you just draw the one circle. For 2, you draw 2 circles. For 3, you draw 3 circles. And for 4, draw 4 circles. After this 4, this pattern will be followed in the reverse order. That is, for 5, we will draw 4 circles, then 3, then 2, and then 1. Draw the arrows passing through the different circles, and corresponding to these arrows, we will learn this energy order. Here you can see 1s, then 2s. After this 2s, you just come to this 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, then 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p, 7, then 5f, 6d, and 7p. So in this way, you can remember the energy order of these orbitals. But many of the students found this difficult to draw this pattern. I must tell you honestly, I myself also found this difficult to draw such a pattern. So I have another trick shown here. So here you have to just follow the order: 1s, 2p, 3d, 4f. SPDF. First write this SPDF, then write the number 1, 2, 3 and 4. After writing this SPDF, you have to follow the reverse order: S followed by S, P followed by S, and then repeat this again, P and S again, D followed by P, S, and repeat the order DPS. Then F is followed by DPS and again repeat the order FDPS. Start the numbering of the orbitals followed by this 1. This S will be numbered as 2. The other one will be numbered as 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the P will be followed by this number. So 2p, then 3p, 4p, 5p, 6 and 7p. D will be followed by this 3d, then 4d, 5d, 6d. F will be followed by 4f, 5f. Now you can see the order: 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p, 7s, 5f, 6d, 7p, 8s. I simply followed this, but whatever you feel good, you can follow that pattern. So in this way, you can remember the energy order of these orbitals. In these energy orbitals, our periodic table is arranged. Here 1s, 1s2, 2s1, and then 2s2, second electron. Then 2p, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. 3s1, 3s2, then 3p1, 3p2, 3p3, 3p4, 3p5, 3p6. So here, these are the complete orbitals which are most stable configurations. Similarly, 4s1, 4s2, 3d1. Here you can see 4s comes first and then 3d, because n plus l value for 4s is 4 and for 3d is 5. Then 3d2 and so on up to 3d10. After this again 4p will starts filling and so on. Now I have written configuration of elements of periodic table. Here these are the atomic numbers, these are the symbols, name of the element and how these are filled. So this is 1s1 and this is 1s2. So this is complete shell. Helium is an inert gas and have completely filled orbitals. Next, lithium. Lithium is having 1s2, 2s1. This can also be written as configuration of helium. This is 1s2 as I have shown you here. So helium and then 2s1. Next is beryllium. Beryllium is having 4 electrons. These electrons are filled as 1s2, 2s2. So helium then 2s2. After this complete 2s subshell, 2p subshell will start filling. So this has configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p1 and this can be written as helium 2s2, 2p1. Similarly, in either way one can write this electronic configuration. So we can have maximum of 6 electrons. So this 2p1, then carbon has 2p2, nitrogen has 2p3, oxygen has 2p4, fluorine has 2p5 and neon has 2p6. After this neon, sodium will have the electronic configuration 3s orbital will be filled. So up to this we can replace this by writing neon, and after that we can write 3s1. So in either way one can write the electronic configuration of these atoms. These are the electronic configurations of first 20 elements, and in the next video we will discuss about the anomalies in the electronic configuration that are mainly found in D and F block elements. I hope you like this lecture. Thank you all.